Hi, I'm Ivy.
And I'm Raina.
And Xander.
And we're from the Santa Barbara Middle School Teen Press here with...
Ernie Brooks.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, and nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
This is great. This is great. I like your school.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty unique for humans to have wild animals as friends. Can you describe your connections with Spot?
You'll like the story. Anacapa Island, as you look out the window, of course, is the smallest one on this end. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my boat. My students are all asleep. I have my wetsuit and my snorkel and my mask and my fins and no camera. And I swim over to the kelp, and I look down. The sun was just coming up, and I spot Spot. She's kind of down there looking up at me like this. And I said, I've got to go back to the boat and get my camera. I turned around. Spot came up right next to me and stole my snorkel. She grabbed her snorkel right out of my mask. I said, oh, now I have to get my camera and get my snorkel too. So I went back to my boat, swam back to my boat, woke up one of the students. I said, grab my camera off my berth, and I want to borrow your snorkel. Why, Mr. Brooks? I said, don't even talk to me. So they handed me that. I swam back over to the place, and I looked down at a little piece of kelp like that, and I swam down. I only have 12 exposures on my camera. I swam down, and I came right up to Spot's face like that, and I went, and that was it. That was it. And then I turned around, because I was snorkeling, I was breathing. I was holding my breath underwater. I turned around to go back to the boat. She comes up right beside me and starts looking at my camera. Very, very, very curious. For about 6 years, I would go back to that same spot, and she would be there. And one year, I went back. I thought it was a male. I thought Spot was a male because so aggressive, And sure enough, I went back one year, and she had a little one. And she came in. I get goosebumps. She came into me, and she pushed it right. I had my dive gear on then, my tank, my regulator. And she just pushed, and I just backed up against the kelp like that, and the little one just grabbed onto my vest just like this. I get tears about it because it's such a beautiful, beautiful relationship that you have with animals within the sea. But that's one of my favorite photographs, one of my favorite stories, and she really touches your heart. And she stole my snorkel too.
Do you think you've learned more from your animal teachers or your human teachers?
Animals.
Why do you think this?
Observation, I think animals don't talk back. You can learn so much looking at behavior of animals all over the world. I enjoy my time. I go to Africa quite a bit, to Tanzania and those places. But what's special about the ocean is every species is responsible for something. There's a connection all the way from the phytoplankton all the way to the blue whale. And they're all interconnected, and they all seem to work together to make it happen. And we as humans are the ones that really have to start beginning to look at the damage that we're doing to our atmosphere and to our oceans. And each one of us, if we just did one thing to change what we're doing today, would make a big difference. Yeah.
You've said that you spent nearly 30 years of your life underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Have you learned more from the ocean or from actual school?
Both. The school gives you all the parameters, how to approach something, how to tell a story, how to develop a theory. There's science and art and what have you. When you're in this environment, and you're seeing things, how they really live, and how they have offspring, how they have growth, how they learn, how they triangulate currents, water temperatures, and all this combined, you learn a lot. So it's all interconnected, and that's what I enjoy about Santa Barbara Middle School, is the curriculum that you have here that's about those islands out here and about that ocean. you know, and about all the things that make it work. Yeah, yeah.